All right, boys, man. Welcome back to another YouTube video. Today, we're going to be talking about changing your life in 6 months. First things first, who the fuck told you that you could change your life in 6 months? Wait, before you click off, you could change your life tomorrow if you really wanted to. But it's up to you when you're ready to change it. See, you probably heard this term called divine timing, right? What do y'all think divine timing is? The perfect timing. The perfect timing is when you're ready. Okay, I feel like my hair looks kind of crazy as fuck a little bit. It looks a little uneven. It's kind of bothering me. But perfect timing is nothing but divine timing, right? Which is, they say, God timing. You're ready whenever you make it natural to you. You're probably like, Tim, what do you mean by that? When you can make something completely natural to you, that's when it happens. So what I mean by this is, when you do something repetitiously, that's when you're ready. You can change your life tomorrow. But the way you change your life tomorrow is you have to make a different decision than you did today. Them decisions that you were making for the past 6 months of this year, because we're already 8 months in the year, they obviously wasn't working. I'm going to tell you something I immediately learned within the 8 months. I ain't gonna lie, I was over here struggling. I'm trying to get to the next level and all that. But the only reason why I never got to the next level is because I never changed my mental. I never changed my mental state. I didn't go within to make that change. I kept trying to raise my outcome, but I didn't change my income. You probably just see me make a video talk about income and outcome. I never raised my self-worth. So how am I going to experience something on the outside when I never changed in the inside? You kind of feel what I'm saying? Like, does that resonate with you? And if this don't resonate with you, go back 2 videos from now where I talk about income and outcome. The video was titled like just 10 minutes of free game. But you haven't changed your self-worth. You haven't changed spiritually. So if you don't change spiritually, how the hell are you going to change on the output? So the best way you get ahead, motherfuckers, is you make that change today. Once you change who you are spiritually, you can change within the days. Forget that bullshit where they say it takes years to become a millionaire and all that. It doesn't. But can you change mentally? Once you change mentally and you see yourself with that car, that, you know what I'm saying, that big ass crib, that money that's in your hand, that's where the change happens. Because you're probably stuck in a rut right now. What issues are you going through? I'll give you this quick story, right? I knew a guy who basically, he was making, you know what I'm saying, low money, low income. And he was trying to get inside of a job to Walmart. The guy was only making like $11 an hour, $10 an hour. And he was trying to get a specific job, which was Walmart. I told him, manifest yourself in there. Because he'd been trying to get in Walmart a whole year prior to that. I told him, do the 369 method. What's the 369 method, Tim? Where you write something 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times at night. So you saying, I'm thankful to work in Walmart. They got a vision board, and they seeing that. You just seeing it day in and just day out. Feel me? 7 days a week, gang. Next thing you know, mind you, dog was just being lazy about it. If it could have happened quicker if he really tapped into it. But it took him 6 months. It didn't have to take him 6 months. He just ain't tap into it enough. It took him 6 months because he was being lazy about tapping into it. But if he put his all forth and effort, he could have made that change happen within days. And I'm gonna give you a quick story on my shit too, where it took me days. But it took him 6 months. Next thing you know, Walmart hit him up. Hey, we got an open slot for you. You can come in. But it took him 6 months. I could have made that shit happen in days though. But it comes down to all about how badly do you truly want that thing? You feel me? Now I'm gonna tell you my story real quick on how I got to my new job. Well, actually, I just tell how I had the Jets job. So I was at Little Caesars. I literally needed another job very badly. Because life was attacking me, kicking my ass. I had tickets, debt, all types of shit. I was like, how the fuck I'm going to pay this shit off? I need another job. I've been researching, trying to get another job for a couple of months. I just kept on applying to like just different shit, different jobs. Couldn't get another one for shit. So I went ahead, I did a meditation on a specific second job. And I locked in for about 2 hours. I did a 2-hour visualization. I did that probably for like a day, literally. I did that for a day. I sat in that kitchen chair and I visualized myself raising my income. Keyword, my income, my self-worth. That's what I raised. I visualized it. And I swear to God, I kid to you not, that job ended up calling me back. At first, they told me no. Because I already applied to them, but they told me no. A couple hours later, we have an open slot for you. Timothy, you could come work with us. A week later, I was in that place working. All because I raised my income, my self-worth. You feel me? My value. And I attracted more. Now, I obviously don't work there no more because then I raised my self-worth again after that. And, you know, and it's history from that. But I raised my self-worth, and now I'm this. You feel me? So it just goes to show you can change your life within days if you really tap into the right power. Now, you're probably like, Tim, how the fuck do I tap into this shit, Tim? Because you keep you telling me this shit, but like how I tap in. Bro, visualize a scene of what you want. A short scene, not a long scene. Because where I was fucking up at was I had a long scene. Get a short scene and put it on repeat over and over. Visualize, like let's say you're trying to get hypothetically a car. Visualize your hands around the wheel, or visualize you talking to your friends about it and everybody congratulating you on your new car. Make a very short scene and you visualize it, and you do it for a time span of hours and hours if you want to get it quicker. Now, if you want to be lazy with it, you can. It's just going to take longer. But it's all about how quickly can you tap into that version of you that already has the shit and the desire of what you already want. I hope I ain't talking too quick because this is really straight game, gang. You got to understand that we got a bunch of hours within the week. We waste a lot of that time. If we could genuinely stop wasting our time and putting that energy into ourselves, we can raise our self-worth and we can attract the things that we desire in life without having to do any work, foot, and effort. I'll tell you another good example of why the imagination is the key to getting what you want. What I want to say is, let's say you're afraid of snakes, right? You see a rope, but you misinterpret it as a snake. You instantly jump because you thought that rope was that snake. So that goes to show like the mind can't tell the difference between an imagined scene or an actual scene that actually fucking happened. So if you're scared of snakes and you saw a rope, that shit would have scared you because you thought that was a fucking snake. And then you look at it and you was like, oh, that shit was a rope. That's the same shit. You would naturally act on. You see how you naturally reacted and you got fucking scared? You already reacted. So when you would visualize this shit, if you just focus on self-mastery, you would naturally just act on it without even fucking realizing it, bro. You're gonna meet the right people. You're just gonna naturally act on the shit of where it goes. The mind controls the body. It's 100% mindset. I know I did say 95% mindset and 5% strategy. I want to say, fuck it, bro. It's really 100, bro. Because you're naturally going to act on it. Before you jump off the porch, you think about jumping off that porch before actually jumping off the porch. So your thought actually comes first. So you have to see yourself already with that thing, making a vivid scene. Say positive affirmations. Feeling is the secret. You have to feel it. You have to embody it. And then once you embody it, the universe see that he raised his self-worth. He's not settling for less. And then guess what? You start coming closer towards it, and it'll start coming towards you. And next thing you know, you become one with it. And now you change your reality. So you can change your life actually within months, within days, within a couple of time span of hours. Literally. It's all about how much can you tap into that thing. So if you learned something new, let me know what y'all boys need down in the comments down below. I'm going to catch y'all in the next video. All right, y'all. Peace, man.